It's all about having fun, Corey.
Yeah, dude, it really is. And sometimes you forget that when skipping starts happening because it goes from this wonderful thing where it's your interpretation of the world and a stick of wood however you want to do it, and it turns into what the sponsors want you to do with it. And all of a sudden you're being kind of directed sometimes. And when you're going against the grain and not doing what they want to do, somehow then you get forgotten about or you stop getting a paycheck or whatever it comes down. And you're like, first off, you sponsored me for me being me, and now I got to do it this way? Huh? You want me to wear this? But this is how I came up, and this is why I'm liked, or even though you don't ever want to be liked, but you become liked for who you are, but now all of a sudden you're being told how to do it, it becomes weird. When somebody looks at, like someone like Jeron, let's say, he goes, that back three, nah, dude, that shit's whack. Let's see that switch crook, though. That gets stuck in your mind, and you're like, oh, shit, I better do a switch crook, even though that back three might be the most fun trick for you, and you don't do them for years because somebody might tell you it's weak, or sure. I did that with pop Shuvits. I stopped doing my favorite trick for years because I was like, oh, I've done too many of them. I guess I should stop, man. Like, I can't go bigger or whatever. And I'm like, why the fuck did I stop doing that? That was the best trick ever. That shit's fun as hell.
Well, you had good ones on flat ground, too. You got pop on them, bro.
Well, I learned from I went to the school of Drake Jones and Donnie Barley for the pop Shuvit.
There you go.
That's
Some of the best to do it right there.
Right.
Hell yeah. It's so funny how that some people just have that trick and some people don't.
It's hard. It's
You
a
know,
hard one.
It's like such a simple trick that could be so hard at the same time.
But my switch one feels way better than the regular
Ooh,
one. That's
yeah.
the funny
That's
thing.
weird.
It's so weird how that works.
Switch pop Shuvits. Ooh.
The switch pop shove it's just like it looks like it just sucks up. When you have that right technique, it sucks up faster.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
Definitely. For some reason, my foot placement or just how my foot is on my left foot, it just works better. Because when I try to replicate that with my regular stance, it just does not fucking work right, bro.
Weird?
It's just so odd.
So weird.
Do you think it has something to do with the shoulders? Like, do you know what I mean by is like how you're facing?
Possibly. I mean, there's definitely a part of that for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
I always trip on that because I don't. Chris has a good pop shove it. We all have our shoulders open when we do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
When you switch, it's
I
kind
do
of
the
closed
guy.
off.
This arm always blinds me. My front arm goes in front of the face.
Oh, does it? Well, let's take a look at this pop shove it right here,
Oh,
because this is this is a massive pop shove it. It's a
Oh, yeah.
Look at
It's
that,
fucked.
and you rode away like nothing.
Yeah, but that one was a struggle, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Actually, I made a little YouTube video. I got a little account on there. I posted all the trials and errors of that one, or whatever you want to call it, the mishaps. And it's like, I don't know, I'd say about 50 tries of just sticking on it without being able to roll away. I was so upset. That became one of these like hate fuck tricks. And I didn't even want to do it, but you know, like you get to a point, you're like, I'm just going to do this shit, even though like you're so mad. But you don't know how to give up because you've stuck on it so many times. There's blood everywhere. It's short. I mean, I pissed blood that night because I was so dehydrated and so much jumping.
Yep.
I don't know if it just, messed my guts up. But I can remember going to the bathroom, pissing blood, and like, damn, that shit stinks terrible. But
Yeah, because I'm sure at that time you weren't powering down water as well. You were just going.
no. I mean, how many times we were on sessions like that? We didn't have water bottles, foam rollers, any of the shit we got now.
No, it's
You're lucky if somebody went to the store and bought you a
Seriously,
little
dude.
water bottle.
And the TMs hardly ever did that. I don't know any team manager that ever hooked me up that way. You know, like they were busy watching you skate. You know,
Right.
Take you to the spot and do the trick, and that's it.
That's
like,
it.
On
So
to
you
next.
so you really battled for this one
Yeah, I think I broke like 4 different boards on it too.
in the same day.
Same day.
Get 'em.
And so this one is the only trick I went back for. And so I went there one night. We just ended up there. The spot's called the Shit Grinder. Apparently that's an old sewage place where they fucking cleaned up all
No
the
wonder. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, cool, I just got hep C, bitching.
Right.
Dick.
oh my gosh.
It's like the Venice pits back in the day.
So I ended up there with Burnett and somebody else. I think Kong.
Oh, it's him. I know
Kong.
Kong. Yeah.
Ellie knows Kong, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Kong's the man.
Yeah, King Kong, what up, baby? Gotta give shout outs when you're on the nightclub.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, San Diego, man. There's a lot of fucking rad people in San Diego.
Yes. So they took me there. I was like, we were skating the banks, and I was like, I think Burnett maybe claimed, he's like, hey, you think you could pop shove at that? I was like, sure, let's give it a shot.
There it goes again. Someone being like, hey, you think about it? He's like, yeah, I got it. Let's do it.
And so it was like sunset. But I remember my board broke. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm flying home, tonight or tomorrow, whatever. The photo got published, and I was like, fuck. And Kenny Anderson hit me up. I can remember seeing him. He's like, hey, that pop shove it photo, holy shit, that's gnarly. So when you get a Kenny A, response, that means paying attention. I was like, fuck. I was like, the pop shove it photo, thinking about it. And then I saw the mag, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go do this thing. And I was filming a Transworld video at the time called Right Foot Forward. And Chris Ray had heard I had tried it, whatever, or maybe John, and they're like, you should really try to get that shove it. I was like, okay, fine. And so I went there, and once again, like when you go there trying something, it's not fun.
Right.
It's really not that fun. Because you're like, especially when you stomp on it like 5 times before rolling away, you're like, this should definitely is not fun right now. Yeah. But then after I rolled away, it was of course like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, you looked pretty happy.
I was very happy that it ended.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, you're
I
floating.
think I like, finally! But the only thing I'm not happy about watching now, when I was trying the other ones, they were actually popping. And Kong or Jimmy Carlin were like, try not to pop it so high. It'll probably work. I was like, okay, fine. And then after I made it, Jimmy's looking at my board, back to my setup. He's like, hey, Corey, look how fucked up your trucks are. I'm like, why, what's up? He goes, you have a high and a low venture on. Because you have a low.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what now? He's like, you have 2 different trucks, a high wide and a low narrow. I was like, I do?
Wow.
I had no idea, just because I just grabbed stuff and put it on, and maybe I asked at the time, for a different pair of trucks, try some lows. I was like, I want to try some lows, man.
Right.
All those Texas, man, they're good. I got to get some lows too. C-Rob's doing the switch foot manis. I got to try those fucking balanced nose grinds. I know you ride lows.
No, there's no way you're riding lows. You're riding indies probably.
To tell you the truth, yeah, I was riding indies. But that's the thing, Corey, I don't even know this whole, back, I would just throw trucks on.
Yeah, give me some trucks.
Get some indies, these good. Wheels are sticking out a little bit. It's all right. I'll switch them out later.
Don't worry about that later.
We'll worry about that later.
I don't remember what a 149 or 139 any of that was. It was like, you're a pair of trucks, and I won them in a castle contest. Grind Kings? Oh, those suck. Trackers? Whatever. They're furry. I'll put them on. What size are they? Shit. It's going to get me skating? Tight.
And so you were riding a hot rod pretty much.
Yeah. It was, it fucked. And so I was very happy that trick worked and ended. And
it's a good one, dude.
It's a gnarly one.
It's a gnarly one.
I mean, dude, it's literally just a drop.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, you hardly just see the steepness of like just the drop.
But look, you really, once it touched your feet, it did not move.
That's the hard part, is making it stay there.
It's stuck to your foot.
As you go down, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, when you have a good one, they work like that,
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the way you want to do them now. A lot of these kids are doing pop shove-its now, or I'm just gonna call them varials, because not even pop shove-its.
Don't call it varials, dude. Let's not get into that here.
Oh man.
So many people have, like, now that pop shove-its are becoming trendy right now, I'd say they're kind of more popular again.
Yeah.
But so many of them don't have that cool
The
look.
proper pop.
They might have a cool look, but they kind of have that cool look, Like I was saying, like Donnie Barley and Drake, they had that special shove it.
Yeah.
And
I think of somebody else, man. What did Tiago just did the switch pop revert over the.
Dude, Garrett Hill had good ones.
Oh, Garrett Hill. That's right.
He would get buck on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's different like pop. Like for mine, I usually try to just get up. That trick's a good one to get up on. Mm-hmm. I never would go to like a gap and be like, I'm gonna pop shove at this thing. It kind of was like a. kind of a random one, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a bit of a Grom trick.
yeah.
No, but I mean, it goes back to if you have a proper one, then I just never felt comfortable enough to even, let alone jump down something. But on the ground, I have to get it solid for me to even feel comfortable to do that.
Yeah.